and welcome to another educational video about screen printing by Catspit Productions. Today's video is a quick tip video, quick tips for screen printing. And because I have been talking a lot about pallets lately, I thought we would quickly look at some of the pros and cons between aluminum pallets and wooden pallets, okay? So first, let's just look at the benefits of an aluminum pallet like this one. Okay, first of all, one of the major benefits of an aluminum pallet is that it will not warp like a wooden pallet from excessive heat from a flash cure or excessive humidity from your environment. Okay, so they stay truer and flatter over the course of their lifetime. And I think the only way you could possibly warp an aluminum pallet is to heat up really extremely hot, and it may warp, and it may also come back to shape after it cools down. But for the most part, you just really can't warp a metal pallet. You know, it's going to hold its shape, it's going to be a lot truer, and the surface should be a lot smoother, and it should stay smooth. In other words, a wooden pallet has the formica top, and it's able to be damaged over time. Okay, so basically the main benefit of the aluminum pallet is that it's going to be very flat and parallel to your screen, which is what you want. The cons are that they cost more, and secondly, when you use a flash cure unit, they can get hot. So ideally, if you can, it would be good to put some pallet rubber on the aluminum pallets. I don't have any on mine right now. I just have some pallet tape, but I may eventually put some pallet rubber on here because I think the pallet rubber not only will be better under the flash cure unit because there's less bounce and reflection from the metal and the heat. You know, when you have a bare metal pallet and you're flash curing, it can really get hot quick, and so having a piece of rubber on there helps with that. And it also, I believe that having rubber, pallet rubber on the pallet, it gives a little bit of give, and I think that's good for the printing. Okay, so aluminum pallets are preferable to wooden pallets, I think. Okay, now when you look at a wooden pallet, you know, obviously the major pro for a wooden pallet is that they're very cheap. They're easy to make. You can actually make wooden pallets yourself, but they will warp in high humidity and if you overheat them. Okay, so take a look at the metal pallet, and I'll show you with a ruler how straight and flat it is on press. Take a look at that before I show you this wooden pallet. Alright, so check this out. You can see with my straight edge how flush it is to the pallet, and that's what you want. Okay, so you can see that there's no space between the ruler and the pallet itself. It goes straight across. Alright, so you can see that the aluminum pallet is very true, very square, and very parallel, very flat. That's what we want. That's very good. Okay, so what happens when a wooden pallet gets cooked under the flash cure? Well, I can show you that because I've done it. Okay, no matter how good you are, there's always one of those days, and I haven't done this in a long time, but a couple of months ago, I burned one of my pallets. And this pallet is no longer useful for anything. And we'll show you, let's take a look, let's take a close-up look at what happened to it, and I'll also put the ruler across it so you can see the warp. Okay, now here is the wooden pallet, and I'm not sure if you can see this. I will move in a little closer, but here's a playing card that can be pretty much easily run underneath. There's about probably a 1/16 of an inch warp. Let's take a closer look. Alright, here we go. I think you can see this a little better with this angle, but you can actually see that I can pretty much move. Look at that, almost go right over the card without touching it. So you can see the shadow there. It's probably about a good 1/16 of an inch or 1/8 of an inch, you know, distance there, and that's just not what you want to see. You don't want to have all the space under here like this. That's no good. Okay, so you can see that the wooden pallet will give you problems, especially if it's warped in a concave, is that? I think that's right, to where the screen hits on both sides and leaves you with a little well in the middle. It'll make it nearly impossible to get the proper off contact. So, you know, my suggestion is that if you can afford to buy aluminum pallets when you buy your press, that's pretty much what you should do. Because the wooden pallets, you will eventually, you know, you won't like them. They just won't be good enough. They'll work for quite some time until, you know, you get some humidity, or maybe you cook them a little too long, go to the flash cure, and then you'll start to notice that, you know, they're losing their shape. Some wooden pallets are better than others. They may last longer depending on the press board. But it's my recommendation that if you can afford to get aluminum pallets when you buy your press, it's better off to do so. Okay? Alright, so that's it. I don't know how quick that was, but that's it for today. Thanks a lot, guys, for watching my videos. I really appreciate that. I appreciate your time and your attention. And if you like what you see, rate thumbs up, comment below, and of course hit that subscribe button up there. I really appreciate that. Okay? Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you next time.